The kitchen door slammed behind me, rattling the trays stacked high with champagne glasses. My mother's hand had shoved me in, her lips curling as she hissed, "This suits you better." The sting wasn't just in her words. It was in the laughter from the women nearby, the way they looked at me as if I were staff, not family. I clenched my jaw, forcing my hands to steady as I adjusted my dress. That's when it happened. My CEO badge slipped from my clutch and landed on the tile with a sharp clink. A child darted forward, small fingers, snatching it up before I could bend. Down. His eyes went wide as he read, "Are you the owner of the groom's dad's company?" His voice carried loud and innocent, echoing over the clatter of dishes. The room froze. Conversations cut off mid-sentence. My mother's face drained of color. I smiled slow, controlled, lethal. Growing up, I was always a shadow to my sisters. Spotlight. My mother fed it, nurturing. Her sister's beauty, her charm, her endless parade of suitors. And me, I was the practical one, the helper, the one, shoved into kitchens and corners so my brilliant sister could shine. When my father died, my mother's allegiance hardened into cruelty. She told me to settle for less, marry quiet, stay in the background. And when I built something on my own, she ignored it, pretended it wasn't real. So I stopped telling her. I stopped telling any of them while they gossiped over dresses and vacations. I was building an empire, contract by contract, acquisition by acquisition. I had bought out the groom's father's company too, years earlier. A strategic move, one piece of a larger puzzle. My name wasn't plaster on the walls. I didn't need it. To be, power works best in silence. But silence has its limits. When my mother sneered at me tonight when she shoved me like I was the help at my own sister's wedding, she pushed me past it. The badge had slipped like fate itself. A single piece of plastic with my photo and title, CEO, and the child had given me the perfect stage. The whispers began. Immediately, guests craned their necks. My mother stammered, It's A. Misunderstanding." I cut her off with A. Glance sharp enough to slice through. Glass. No misunderstanding. The groom's father appeared in the doorway, his smile frozen, his face draining as he saw what the boy was holding. He knew he had sat across from me in negotiations, thinking me just another executive in a boardroom, never realizing I was the one with final authority. I had let him keep his pride, let him think he still carried weight in his son's future. Tonight I decided. Otherwise, I walked out of the kitchen, the child still holding my badge like an offering. My heels clicked against the marble floor, each step echoing louder than the music that had screeched to A. "Halt! Congratulations," I said, loud enough for the nearest tables to hear. To my sister and to the family now fully dependent on me. Gasps. A ripple of shock spread through the room. My sister's eyes darted from me to her new in-laws, confusion twisting into panic. The groom's father swallowed hard, trying to smile, trying to salvage the illusion, but I didn't let him. I pulled a small envelope from my clutch, the one I had brought for this exact moment. A letter of reassignment, effective immediately. His position as chairman was terminated. The board had already signed off. The company, his pride, his legacy wasn't his anymore. It was mine. I laid it on the table beside his untouched champagne. Flute. The silence was suffocating. My mother clutched her pearls, trembling, finally realizing what she had. Dismissed what she had sneered at, what she had pushed into kitchens for years. You always told me I belonged here. I said, sweeping my eyes across the plates. Of half-eaten food, the trays of glasses, waiting to be carried. And you were right. I own the house, the kitchen, the silverware, and now the family you wanted me to serve. Her lips parted, but no sound came, just the wide, desperate eyes of a woman watching her. Carefully constructed world crumble. The music stuttered back on. Someone tried to clap. Someone else whispered too, loudly, and the wave of gossip broke. Free. I turned, not needing to stay. Longer. My work was done. The shame would spread on its own. The wedding night would forever be remembered, not for vows or kisses, but for the moment. Their empire collapsed under my smile. Driving away, I felt no regret, only the hum of satisfaction, the quiet that comes after a storm when the air feels clean again. They had mocked me, dismissed me, shoved me into corners. Tonight, I pulled them into mine. Justice doesn't always roar. Sometimes it slips, like a badge from a clutch, lands with a clink, and changes everything. And sometimes revenge doesn't need fire, just a smile,